Well, welcome. This is my... I'm going to play through Fantasian, game by Miss Walker. The last game by... Well, it wouldn't be the last game, I suppose, but the last game they've fully collaborated on by Sakaguchi and Nobuo, because after this, Nobuo is certainly retiring, but who knows about Sakaguchi, but it's a game that's available on Apple Arcade. It's very good. If you have access to a Mac or an iPhone, so you can give it a look. That's not what you want. It has autosave feature, which is strange. But it's a very, very fun game. It's very classic JRPG. He said he made this after playing through Final Fantasy VI again, and they've been teasing it in one form or another for years now. As you can see by the title, it is a Diorama RPG, which is a strange thing to call it, but it basically means that all these, pretty much all the backgrounds and their maps are made out of real things. So they made like little diorama sets and photographed it and 3D scanned it using, I believe, a drone. I can't remember. I've watched the behind the scenes a while ago. I think it was a drone they used to 3D scan it. Not entirely sure about this cutscene, but certainly all the maps you run around, it kind of looks like a pre-rendered environment, but it's not. It's actual real stuff. When you get to the world map, you can see where there's models mixed with real-time rendered stuff, and looks a bit weird, but it works quite well. And when you go around playing the game, when you move, when the camera pans, which is very strange, you see how it was scanned, and it kind of, it's a weird effect. But welcome to Fantasian. Those are wondering, I'm playing this on a Switch controller, because it's pretty much the only thing that works on a Mac. Well, any Bluetooth controller will work, but this works quite well, especially for a Japanese style game. Oh, and this is voice overed, if you're wondering. It's a very small game, it's only 4 gig. So we start off in like a factory power plant kind of area. Very Final Fantasy VII. You can run this up to 4K. I'm not running at 4K at the moment because streaming. You may notice the mouse is still on the screen. Combat's quite interesting. Everything's done based on, I wouldn't say attack lines, but you kind of attack lines. But nothing like Final Fantasy 12. You'll see in a moment after their second attack. Even though this was designed for mobile, it doesn't feel like it when you're playing on here. It'd be nice to scale the UI down a bit, but it's fine. Here we go. This is where the unique aspect of the combat in this game comes to effect. So here we've got slash, and I can hit multiple targets at once, and I aim using this line. And when you use magic, you can kind of like curl it around corners, which is very strange. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, in the opening you have this guard ability, which pretty much blocks everything. Very useful. Don't have it after the opening, but not that it matters. Seconds. Just there we go. But so I just noticed the YouTube stream wasn't working. Good. I'll be uploading this video to my YouTube channel later without the commentary, which I've extracted out of the... Oh, don't want this. Actually, no, save on the save one. You can see I've already been playing this for a bit anyway. I'll go there way. So let's go this way. Ah, see, that's the camera pan. Can't really see the effect there, but items double up. And of course, yes, it is random battles, but it has a unique element to lessen that effect. You may notice some frame dips every now and again. It's because I'm using this on a very, well, basically using onboard graphics to run this. Because I'm playing this on a Mac Mini. Those that are wondering, you can run this on a Hackintosh, so you could run it with a better graphics card, but it does run fine on a Mac Mini at 1080p. Just run through this, let's not get caught in too many random battles. Yeah, so as you haven't guessed already, he has lost his memory because that's the classic. Because you always have to have a bit of memory loss, don't you? It allows you to introduce everyone. Well, that's a bad thing, is it? That's all good. Just going to notice I'm going to turn the microphone up a bit because I'm sitting a little far away from it. As you can probably tell by the echo. Let's turn it down a bit. There we go. And the creaky of the chair. But I haven't had a chance to condition this room yet. As you can see in the background, in the top left corner, you can see where the real-time graphics is kind of interacting in with the other stuff. So it does look weird, especially when you play it in high resolutions. But it's not that jarring. I mean, if you've played pre-rendered graphics games, it's a similar effect. And luckily we do have a map all the time, which is nice. So we can see roughly where any secrets or treasure might be hiding. It takes some exploration out of it, but not that bothered. It is designed for Red One after all. Don't know if it'll work in all dungeons, but so far, everywhere I've gone, there's been a map. Yay, level up. When you level up in this game, you also get your HP back. And MP, which is kind of important. Okay, I can't go, there's an elevator, so I need to go over here. I think I go up here. Yeah. Yay, the elevator now works. I can leave this area, can I not? Oh no. Roundabout. At least the battles, even later on in the game, they don't seem to be too annoying. They seem to be easy enough to deal with. Yeah. You know how to scan stuff. I'm not going to bother with barrier, just beat him up. Need that MP for a bit. Scan you, because why not? See, there we go, you can curl it. Because everything's about direct line of sight in this. And as you're wondering, you can scan it. Look at the enemies again. Oops. You just have to press X, it doesn't make that 100% clear. But anyway, where we go. It's doing this weird memory thing as well, where it didn't do it when I first started playing it, but recently, I don't know if it's an update, but there's like the old memory effect. But in the settings, last time I looked, no memory effect. You think it's this, but that's something else. That's the Terror Battle style text cutscenes. This is just nonsense. So who doesn't love a bit of nonsense? Yeah, that's safe. I mean, he's right. Just jump. Just spam the A button. Yay! I lived. Now, I don't know what that was showing because I haven't had another moment like that yet. But we're back at the start, yay. So I went up here. I swear you just added that just to pad out this area a bit. I mean, the real-time rendered cutscenes are quite well done. Not massively keen on this music, but it's growing on me. As in, this battle music. It doesn't have the same heavy opening you'd expect from a big boss fight. Should probably scan it. It has no items, oh dear. Oh no, it's got lasers. this is why a barrier is needed, because this thing hits like a truck. And unlike before where you get like 5 hits with the barrier, it just takes the whole thing off. Yeah, so it's a bit of a pain. Yeah, so here it's back up again. So we're going to continue to slash it, because there's not much else I can do at this point. Barrier up Leo. See, it'll block that fine, but it's just that heat ray. Look, it's just a tutorial type battle. So, not really gonna die. They will get me down to low HP. Maybe Final Fantasy X-esque. Okay, I mean last time I did that I took quite a bit of damage. I swear he attacked at least 3 times. Yeah, as you can probably guess, not the last we've seen of that thing. Use a heal stone. Yeah, sure. Heal stones are basically tents. Well, they are tents. You don't get many of them, but in this particular instance it's telling me to use it, so why not? Now I'm not going to try and open the other one because it's locked. But you can see here kind of the real created diorama. You can tell it's made of, it looks like it's made of plastic. And when we zoom in, obviously it gets a bit blurry because it's diorama. Oh, hello. Didn't see someone join. Hello. Didn't expect anyone to join this stream. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you're looking forward to playing this game, because I have. If you like me, I had to borrow a Mac. Yes, yes, yes. You know you forgot your stuff. Yeah, come on, get on with it. Yes, as I said, the boss is back. But he's missing an arm. Yeah, you say that. It still hurts. Okay. Peter said he still can't, like, sweeps it. Like before. Can't remember, it's been a week or so since I played this last. Yeah, so he doesn't do it twice, so I'm not taking massive amount of damage. I'm probably going to run out of MP before I kill it. Have a guess. Yeah, come on, you big lug. Attack me. That's got like 5,000 HP though, I think. No, 3,000, not too bad. Oh no, I didn't need to do that. Oh well, whatever. Ugh. I should have probably used the barrier. No, he's not that strong. Aha! I've got my barrier twice. Screw you. I'll probably just kill him now. I think. Oops. Yeah, I can just kill him. Or not. There we go. Oh, got a potion. Use the potion. I mean, the boss fights are more interesting this later because this one's, I suppose, baby's first boss fight. They get quite interesting. You fight like a money tree. I think is the next boss. Let's get out of here. Yes, I'm not 100% sure what this device he has is, but it allows him to teleport to areas that he knows. But he's a treasure hunter of sorts that collects various things, but mainly mechanical stuff. Who needs party members? These are the Terror Battle-esque text cutscenes. Which, I like them. I like them. This is a very Terror Battle-esque enemy as well, I suppose. Wouldn't be surprised if it's set in the same universe. Haven't got far enough to see if that's true. The malevolent god pops up a couple of times, which makes me think this is linked to Terror Battle in some way. I mean, it might not be, but certainly got the same vibes. Here's the first town in all its diorama form. Now I hope when they release part 2 of this they rescan some of this, because some of it is really zoomed in. Like here, I mean, there's some high res shots and there's low res shots, and this is clearly a cropped background. Not a bad thing, but... I know you broke it. Yeah. There's a lot of cats in this game. I don't know why. I always thought Sakaguchi was a dog person. But there you go, you can see the weird graphical effect and the 3D scan there in the building when you change camera at the top. It's really, I wouldn't say jarring, but it's a bit weird. You can see it's all very low res. So it's clearly the same shot as this, just zoomed in, which is just a shame really, but you can't have everything. Yeah, the NPCs are pretty much just your generic NPCs at this point. Not a lot going on. There's a few chests around town, but nothing too exciting. Where we want to go though, they're not the item shop, we want to go to the tavern. Because we've got to have someone who knows who we are. Good old rice omelette. If you didn't know this game was Japanese, you know it is now. I mean, look at that set. Take just one thing away from this game, is just the set. The level of detail. Sid's extra tasty omelettes. Because, you know, Sid. It's like in this room here, the bottles on the wall have dust on them. Just that extra level of care makes something like this just all that more special. Because they could have just made one of these and just duplicated it, but they clearly didn't. Because look at that. Look at that dust. But obviously the real-time render stuff does stick out like a sore thumb. Yeah, got it. Amnesia is always a bit of a pain. I mean, I don't mind it, but they need to get the character development out of the way just to get the amnesia out of the way really quick. but in this game it seems to drag on a bit, which is a pain. I mean, little things like that's just clearly a drinking straw on the wall. That's just a metal chain. There's a rope. Let's pick this up. Now this is a very useful thing. It prevents random battles. But only to a degree, because you still have to fight them. It just stops them appearing at the time and you can fight them later. Passcode is date. Oh no. What does that mean? Oh look, you can open the thing. Yeah, now, you think that might be something to sell, but it's actually equipment. Yeah. So gems are accessories in this game. I haven't seen any other types of accessories as of yet. Pretty sure there's something else to pick up. So 8:14. Was it 10:14? I wasn't paying attention. Now we have ourselves a mask. I have no idea what that is for yet. Well, we're going to push it because I think that triggers a random battle. Does it? I think so. Was it pull? I can't remember. I should have pulled it. Damn. Oh well. That's a shame. Because you fall through the floor and end up in like a basement with a single fight. Yes, we need to find the girl, yes. I mean, like that pot there, salt and pepper. And it's a big tub for salt and pepper, but, you know, it has words on it. And I think all the lighting is done with LEDs. I think. It just adds that more realistic lighting effect to it. So yeah, here's a lovely bar. No one's really that talkative at the moment. There are side quests, but so far they've been few and far between. Yeah, I'm sure we'll go on the boat at some point. And I just like looking at the environment, but let's carry on. Now we need to get to the old district, which is over here. And up here. Annoyingly, there's random battles in the old district, but it doesn't really matter. I think there was a chest up here. Yeah, I think it's locked. Nope. Please set something in that bucket. Ah, damn. And one thing is that if it's an unknown enemy, you always have to fight it first time. Which I suppose is fine. could probably slash them, couldn't I? Or they're just positioned perfectly so I can't get them. Oh no, I can just about. Okay. Let's deal with you. One nice thing about it as well is the steal command always steals something. If there's something to steal. Which is one thing I've always hated about some games. Let's get over here. Get this out of the bucket. Yeah, this game gives you a lot of potions. And I found you do actually need them, whereas in most JRPGs you can kind of just not bother. But in this particular game you do have to bother. Now this is just an abandoned part of town. Pretty much all the rooms just have chickens and cats in. I think one's got a chest in somewhere. No, it's some guy. Let's go get that chest. Come here. Quite a lot of the chests are locked, I've noticed. And you need a key which you start getting after a while. But the temptation is to just not open them. Because they're few and far between. And as you can see, most of these rooms are kind of the same building. They've just changed the furniture. But that's not a bad thing. Couldn't expect them to make multiple, could you? And I think we go up here. Like, there's a chest there. I have no idea how to get it. Guess that's a come back later one. Got these little felt balls full of evil, or whatever it is. Real-time rendered evil, how dare they? Yeah, I'm not touching that. Yeah, I found this very annoying, this area, with the fact that you got random battles in town. And that guy at the back is a problem, because he hits very hard. It's not so bad once I level up, but at the moment he is not something you want to be messing with. I don't know if I can hit both of them. Nah, shit. That one there. Ah. He's got a lot of HP. I mean, I normally have to use magical items on him, but I'm going to have to actually. We want to get to level 4, they're not too bad. But at the current level, they hit very hard. So this is locked. Need a key for that. And over here there's just more of this stuff. Let's go in and continue the story. This guy is just your typical fortune teller. Though he apparently can actually see the future. The problem is he has to charge you a lot of money for reasons. And the reason is kind of weird. Well, not that weird, but They'd think because of the memory they would know each other already, but they don't, and they do at the same time. They've only really met once. Alright. Apparently the controller's just completely, utterly... Oh no, I think I'm getting Bluetooth interference. This is why wired controls are so much better. It's weird because the Mac is right there. But Big Sur and wired controllers, well, you can look at it yourself. It's not a thing that Apple particularly allows. Oh, back to a Terror Battle style cutscene. I like these memory text things. Ah, I accidentally pressed A. The way they emphasise certain words and make things change colour, occasionally shake, it adds a lot to just boring text boxes. I wish more games would do stuff like this because you've got concept art and these are very cheap to make. I mean, just a little bit of sound effects, it's just, it adds another dimension to it. I mean, MMOs and stuff could do stuff like this because half the time you just skip over the text because it's just piles and piles of it. See, I'm not even paying attention and I already know that he's got poisoned. Does help that I've watched it already, but you know what I mean. You can probably guess that it was her. I can't remember if the last story did stuff like this because I can't remember. I need to play that again. That game suffered from being on the Wii. And here's your magic user. It hasn't really explained why she can use magic, and he doesn't seem bothered by it, which is odd. So it's not. I'm guessing magic is common in this, but only certain people can do it. But at the same time, I was kind of expecting the magic thing to be more of a big deal. Maybe it comes into play later, but I've only played about 4 or 5 hours of this. I'm not entirely sure how long this part is because it's coming out in 2 parts, which I'm a bit disappointed about, but it's the way things are, isn't it? Look, a locked chest. Shouldn't be stealing stuff from a poor girl anyway. Oh, hang on, I didn't know I could walk behind there. Huh. Oh, because it's a 3D scan, isn't it? And this is the bit where you find out you need to pay. I don't know why you didn't just tell us this. Why you just say that in the first place? It's like, I suppose it's for the reason why you need the money isn't so much the value of the money, but it's the value you put on it. It has power, you see. What did he say? Yeah, why don't you just tell me that? Yeah. Okay, whatever. Well, not a total waste of time. You know that you need money. Just quickly save it. And probably the most... Probably the worst person joining a party ever. This is just so... feels forced. Because this bit's okay. And then all of a sudden we have a random combat for no bloody reason. And then she goes, oh okay, I'll come along then. Yes, who's making him? I mean, he's also have a bit of a Lost Odyssey vibe. If you ever played Lost Odyssey, you get these like letters that he wrote himself in the past from hundreds of years ago. And they kind of... they don't play like this, but it would have been so good if they did. But they read in this kind of style. I always remember one about his shoes. And he used to go back to this guy to repair his shoes year after year. And the guy just got older and older and older and he stayed the same age. The only thing I'm worried about this game is I don't think it's going to age very well. Well, if it stays on Apple Arcade, it's just going to fall away into nothingness, isn't it? Just hope after a year or two it comes to something like the Switch or PC, because it clearly works on x86. Don't know what kind of deal they have with Apple though. If it's anything like the last story one, it's not going to be good. Which is a shame because Miss Walker's made some very good games. Not many of them. Blue Dragon was probably the weakest. Well, no, the surfing game was probably the weakest, but in terms of JRPGs, Blue Dragon was probably the weakest. Still very good though. I mean, Terror Battle was really good too. Shame you can no longer play it because mobile games, free to play and all that, they don't last forever. Kinda wish I recorded it when I played it. Because that's all gone for good now. He got very pay to win though. If you didn't have certain people, you just couldn't defeat certain enemies. It's also very grindy. So grindy and pay to win, it was just... But the story was good. Shame I never got to play the second one, but that was never released in the UK. And it was dropped before it actually came out. It was like Terror Wars, which was honestly, well, another diorama style game. Well, there's a Vam, white-haired, semi-Sephiroth looking guy. If he ain't the bad guy, I don't know who he is. Come on, he's not going to be the bad guy, it's too obvious. Yeah, she has a keen sense of smell. She used to play a game as a kid where she closed her eyes and smelt the air. So it's like, oh yeah, clear off, I don't want you. Don't want to put you in danger. But look, oh no, danger. Yeah, just... You could have just said, well, come along then. You seem to know what you're doing. But no, we have to have this silly fight. Though as you will notice straight away, how they're positioned. I can't get more than one of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan. And the reason for this is... the game wants me to do something in particular. Yes, it's one of those fights. They can summon more of them. Look at this, seems to be very pre-scripted, so they don't do it they summon back the ones that I kill with Slash. But luckily we can do this. Didn't quite understand before because you have to kind of like push it against the edge of the map, or the edge of the battlefield, to curl it. Which is an interesting mechanic. I'll say that much. And then we can just finish them off. If you're thinking that she's the healer, she is. Luckily, Leo also gets a self-heal. So you're not completely screwed in that sense. And then all of a sudden, yeah, come along now, it's all good. Yeah, it's just... I felt a little forced. I mean, I've seen worse, but... I think there's a chest up here, let's go grab it. Okay, this is where the camera panning and the pre-render graphics comes into the right pain. Because you have to stop moving, because it tries to keep the relevant position of the joystick. And it's actually really jarring. See, now we have steel, so you can always steal one item. But I'll see with the curling. Oh no, I can just about get two of them. See, now it's not so bad now. Also, nice thing, she has a staff, yes, so she's going to be useless, right? No, she actually has a basic attack. It isn't just come up and slap it with a stick, doing 5 damage. So she's in trouble. There we go. So even the combat's nice and relaxing, but I suspect it'll get more challenging. But because it's for a mobile phone, always designed for a phone first, the battles aren't going to be that intense, I don't think. Of course, don't know till the end. The thing is, for goodness sake, whatever. Yeah, obviously, I'm trying to run down then, and it was running to me, push me to the left. It's relaxing, so who cares? The story so far seems pretty JRPG. Don't know what I'm doing, steel. See, now he's doing considerably less damage than before. So leveling up seems to make a big difference in this game. So if you're struggling, you can... Why did I do that? You can go grind the level. And it seems to make a big difference. Which is always good. I always hate it when games make it so if you're stuck, you can't like go and level up because you might be struggling for whatever reason. Maybe you played it not exactly as the game intended. Which means you need an extra level on yourself. That's a very Western style thing, isn't it? Then I was playing Mutant Year Zero, you know what I'm on about. You didn't do the combat in the correct order. And I see the cameras all over the place, so it's... Yeah. It might work better on a phone, because obviously you're pointing in the direction with the joystick. I don't know, it just seems really weird that it preserves the position of the joystick and you have to zero it off for it to be back in the right orientation. Now I know other fixed games, camera games and tank control games did that, but it wasn't very noticeable. It almost gave you like a split second to readjust. Whereas this one, it doesn't. It's really jarring. It's something that can be fixed, I suppose, in a update. Maybe part 2 of this will address that. One could hope. Oh look, side quest. Yes, this side quest is pretty straightforward. Go back the way I came. Go straight back to the top. Which is just frustrating. But it doesn't really matter. Like I said, it's quite relaxing. I've been just chilling on the sofa playing this. Joys of a Mac Mini, I suppose. Moving around. I'm trying to plug an iMac into the TV or something. That'd be dumb. So it is nice it does support 4K. Not that you gain a lot. I mean, you get rid of some of the jaggedness because there's clearly no anti-aliasing. Well, there's a little bit of anti-aliasing going on, but nothing too considerable going on. So running at 4K makes everything look just a little nicer. I mean, you can see the jaggedness on the models there, like in his elbow and stuff. So it would be nice if you had a little bit of AA or something. Also be nice to not have as much bloom, because the sets already have lighting on them. Adding bloom to everything as well is just ruins it a little bit. Some of the last stories suffered from too much bloom, but that's a very Wii thing, I suppose. One of the worst effects ever invented, bloom. Actually no, motion blur is the worst. Because guess what? Your eyes perform motion blur for you. Why do you want more motion blur? Now, I think I just gotta make the kid upset, if I remember rightly. Yeah, she's crying. Yeah. I think that one. Yeah, that was it. And that is the quest. In its entirety. Can't get much more fetch quest than that, can you, really? And this just hits you straight in the face. I can heal up if I need to. Attack again. I mean, I can see why people don't like turn-based games. Because from a glance, it just looks like you're pressing A. But in real-time fighting games, aren't you just doing the same thing? You're just running around while doing it. I mean, Final Fantasy 15 is a prime example. You just hold down, I think it was what? Square? And just press the direction buttons. It was... that was not good combat. At least Kingdom Hearts had some depth to it. Aha, now I can open a chest. Now I should probably heal up because I need to go fight the Arjun Fujin / Team Rocket of this game. I don't think it's supposed to be Arjun Fujin. I think I just get that vibe from it, just because of the rhetoric between the characters. And Arjun Fujin were good guys. Yeah. I know how magic works. Where in this, these are clearly... I wouldn't... bad guys? I think that's harsh. But... it's clearly something not right with them. I haven't fought them enough to know. I think... do I go down here? That's it. I'm about to say there's a way down here somehow. And then you go around here and you get a chest. There's also a chest behind the tavern as well, but so behind the inn, which I will do in a bit. Oh yeah, sure. See, this is where I get the Team Rocket vibe, because clearly there's some kind of symbol. Once again, another one that he can't remember. Now, you got the music. This is why I get Raj and Fujin vibe from it. But I get the Team Rocket vibe because of the matching clothes. But then you get a bit FF9, the Jester, I can't remember now, the Jester's music at the same time. So they're clearly the clowns. I mean, the possibly mid-boss clowns, which is the Raj and Fujin. It's dumb. Yeah, and just the music, it just... They are the clowns. And Team Rocket-esque intro, but okay. Once again, this is just a tutorial match regarding someone that can guard. And all guard does is block attacks going through him. No, they're not normal. Example, slash. I can't get them all, but watch. He blocked it. That's the whole point of the magic at this point. Luckily, I don't have to do it with my holy. I can just do it normally. Bluetooth's being an ass again. But I don't know if I can get both of them. Oh, I can. There we go. So I can swing it round and hit them, which bypasses his block. Just whip me with that, yeah. See, I can't get past this guy at all. So line of sight is very important in this game. It makes the whole being on the back row more relevant. See, if I do that, he won't go through him, so I've got to miss him and go round. Comes into play more later when you have like 20 or 30 enemies on the screen. See, now I can chuck. Yeah, you got it right. I can do that. And so in my slash, I can do that. I'm wasting all my MP here, but it's not important. If I'm right, I think I'll get her down. I know I haven't got to take him down soon. Come on, you big lug. Well, Clown mid-boss complete. And we leveled up. She's just learned scan, but hers is different. She can do it to multiple enemies at once and curl it. Which is odd. Useful, but odd. Yeah, and the graffiti has gone grey now. So I'm guessing every time I see that symbol in red, I can fight them. And I gained, where is it? This item here. Now this is probably not lazy, but it's the same map. But it's a spiral staircase, so it's fine. Not that I haven't got a problem with it. It'd be nice to like take a candle off or something, and each floor just to make them different. Now you hear the music, you might get a very Final Fantasy X Besaid feel occasionally from it. And here you can see where it's been cut out, where the background's been inserted in. And the LEDs and the lights don't quite look right in the daytime. But I'm just picking fault for the sake of fault. So here you go, here's the real time, here's the wall map. That's a bit choppy. You can see that's been done with like modelling grass, and the rest of it's real time rendered. Not a bad thing, but like you can see where like on like the railing in front, it hasn't been cut out quite right. You can tell it's all been 3D scanned and not been touched up afterwards, which is fine. Miss Walker's not a massive company, so just hope some of these things get tarted up in the updated version. I mean, like, you know, when you get onto like Google Maps and you turn on the 3D view and you got that kind of like janky look. Now the frame rate here for some reason really low. It's obviously my internal graphics not keeping up. I could run this on a Hackintosh, for example, with a beefier GPU, running at 4K, but for the moment it plays just fine, 60 FPS nearly all the time. Anyway, so I'm not too bothered about the world map being a bit janky. Now, as you can see, the enemies have got a bit tougher already. Not too bad, but the scale seems to be about right so far. I haven't encountered anything too hard. As with the start of the game, your leveling got fast enough to counteract most issues, but you got like some janky graphics here, which isn't great. I knew there was something there. But I mean, overall looks amazing. I mean, look at this scene just here. That's so beautifully crafted. You know, you look at like those Warhammer magazines and things like that. You see these very nicely crafted battle maps. That just reminds me of this, because that's just amazing. Now I know a lot of people won't find that very impressive, the fact it's diorama stuff, but the amount of effort that had to go into that, you have to appreciate it. Now granted, the guy that did it, or the team that did it, very skilled. They do this for a living, but still, you can't take it away from them. I mean, I couldn't, in wildest dreams, create something that detailed even if I wanted to. I've tried in the past, but it's very hard. A lot of practice. And here we go, you can see the sheer line between the real-time rendered and the other stuff, and you can see that's all like a 3D model with the diorama on top, because you got that janky line, especially that big tree in the back. It's a bit weird. It's kind of like running around. It's like Flight Simulator, because they've used 3D scans. It's got that jankiness to it. But then you come to areas like this and it's just, well, all is forgiven. And the fact it's 3D scanned, you got this depth of field stuff going on, which is just something you never would see in a pre-rendered game. Now, time for the forest level. At least you didn't start off in a sewer level. Yeah, you don't seem surprised at all. It's weird. I mean, you've been using it for the last, whatever. But here, just highlight the 3D. There we go. Look at that. You can see the 3D model. I should have shown the tavern actually. Sorry, the inn. Because there was a corner of that building that is really janky. Oh, new enemy. Let's scan you. Not that I care too much. See if we can get to the... Excuse me. See if we can get to where we capsule up random battles. I think we will. I'm only planning on running this stream to about 12. GMT. No, BST. The GMT +1. So just under a 3-hour stream. And I'll probably be doing it this time next week as well. Be playing through this whole game bit by bit. I know I went the wrong way. Oh, I did that last time. No. Well, I went the correct way. But you know what I mean, I didn't go the way where the loot was. Yeah, let's just kill that. Yeah, at least this encourages you to use your spells. Gives you enough MP so you can just use them. Okay, you can really see the jankiness in the 3D scans here. I mean, it kind of ruins it a little bit, but I can see what they're trying to do. I would much prefer a more fixed camera approach, or when it does switch camera, it doesn't do the pan. It does more of a traditional change scene style thing. Because it's the pan that's making it weird. Oh no, I'm poisoned. I forgot to buy antidotes. Oopsie. Have I got heal yet? I mean cure, no. Oops. I forgot to buy antidotes. Which was stupid because always buy antidotes. Because you always encounter poison first. And those that are wondering, the status effect does not carry over outside of battle. Just to be honest, poison is a traditional one that does that. So if you can out-survive the battle, you're fine. And then we do a second save slot actually. There we go. Right, what do we got? Oh, I can slash him. Can I get upgrade? Not quite. I'll get the two at the back. Let's be honest, they can poison you, so they're the threat. This guy, in hand. Well, he dishes out a bunch of damage, I'm not that worried. If you are wondering, there was weapon shops and item shops in the game. I just didn't go into the shop before leaving town. Because I kind of knew there wasn't anything of interest in there. Now, I want to get the Orbling. Now, Orblings! That's a terror battle thing. Aha, gotcha. Give me that key. That makes me think that it is the same world, but at the same time they could just be recycling enemies. Bit like the blue dragon, what was it? Poop monsters. They were obviously the slimes from like Dragon Quest, but at the same time, these unique elements. Wouldn't be shocked if Arsenic Alien turns up. That was a weird one. All based on a new story of finding something made of arsenic, a creature made of arsenic. Or potentially finding I can't remember the exact story now, but was it alien life found on Earth? Or whatever the story was years and years and years ago. Oh, that's janky. Look at that. Real cut out. I never noticed that before. Yeah, so the random battles are... As random battles are a pain. This game does solve it very quickly. I mean, I can activate that unknown item. There was a chest around it, so I remember. Oh, I can't remember. Somewhere around here. There it was. Now the was a chest around here I can unlock that's got a staff in it. Can't quite remember where it was. Back to this beautifully designed battlefield. Aha. No, not 666 HP. How dare you? Yeah, the jankiness. Yeah, the forest really shows the jankiness of the 3D models. Down? Can't remember. These are the flowers from before. But this is where the diorama really does not work well. Because they haven't taken a high resolution picture of this close up. So when it zooms in a second, it's just a blur. Yeah, there we go. A blurry mess. That's a shame. I mean, the dioramas weren't that big. I mean, they were massive dioramas, but the level of detail in them. Yes, remember something, please. Remember the random battle stopper. There we go. Oh, amnesia. Such a silly tutorial mechanism, isn't it? Yeah. Whatever. Demi-dungeon. Whatever. Demi-dungeon. Doesn't matter. It stops random battles. Yeah, I missed that text the first time I played this because it was not. It just skips through it. Yes, we don't have to fight them. Yay! Oh no, but that's the bad thing. I do like this mechanic. Okay, so now when I walk, it will capture things. And then if I want to, I can fight them all at once, but if it overflows, because you only hold 30, I have to fight them all at once, so I try and fight it when it hits about 20, so I don't get overwhelmed. But at least you can heal up just before you fight them, so you're in a bit more control. So here we go, I can turn it off or stop the battle. And you go into the machine. And you end up having this kind of nonsense fight. But if you line up your skills, it also has gimmicks. Which I don't know if that's badly translated, but I suppose they are gimmicks. I'd class them as power-ups, really. But this is where the curling comes into play quite a bit. Not so much in this battle, but you want to reduce the number as quickly as possible. Luckily, it only seems to show about 10, 15 enemies at once, and spawns more in as we go. But with the attack power-ups, it does make this a little easier. Yeah, whatever, sleep it. And I've got power-ups like this, which basically give you an extra attack. In this particular instance, I don't need it. Don't let it overflow. Oh, let's turn it on. That's off. So as we walk, I swear that wasn't that janky. Look at that. It's like a cliff edge. Though it's clearly trees. So I've just caught 2. Here we have another Pterodactyl-esque text cutscene. I mean, to just text they have... Well, actually no, this is a real-time rendered one. Now, I don't know the exact origin of Kina, but she was obviously a kid in a forest, this forest in particular, and raised by him. I don't know where she came from, but she obviously has magic, so that's relevant. But unlike Final Fantasy VI, where it makes a big point about it, it's kind of like just brushed off to one side for least at the moment. But at least these characters have some character, unlike certain other games. I mean, you don't feel that invested in them, but with these little text scenes and stuff, you start to build a bond with them. It's kind of nice. Because quite often in a JRPG or an RPG at the moment, you almost don't care about the characters. It's terrible. Obviously with Nobuo in music, it's so relaxing. It's kind of sad that this is his last full score. But everyone's going to retire at some time. I'm sure he'll pop back up with the occasional track or something, but everyone deserves a good retirement. Let him rest. Let him have some time off. He's provided us with, well, over 30 years now of amazing music, so what can we say? Can't ask for more than that, really. Same as Sakaguchi, he's provided us with a good 30 years of amazing games. Some better than others, of course. Not all of them RPGs. But these games will be missed. But luckily games like Final Fantasy VI you can play again and again and again. And they're just so fun to play. Final Fantasy 9 as well. That's one that's got so much replay value. 7 not so much. I know everyone likes 7, but that game's hard to play. Not played the remake yet. Kind of waiting for it to be the full game. We waited a long time for that, I think. Because obviously Nobuo did the music for that as well. Don't know if he'll do the second or how many parts they're doing. Because obviously if this is his last. I mean, he came back from, well, partly came back from being ill, to do that score. So he obviously liked that score very much. Well, he does. He likes One Wing Angel a lot. I think they both like that game a lot, but personally I find it a bit hard to play. Beyond the first disc, anyway. I mean, I'm just prattling on here, but I'm enjoying just skimming this text as and let it come in bit by bit. Very therapeutic. So obviously she's the naive, sheltered, not sheltered, but doesn't know how the world works, or people work at least. Well, even the world, because forest dweller kind of thing. But at least they're not. At least they made her like leave the forest when she was a kid, this size, and haven't got this naive party member following you around, because those are always frustrating. I mean, clearly she's still learning, but she's not like this constantly naive person. So, and with the amnesia, it seems to be disappearing quick enough. Batos. Save down here. Yeah, the save slots are a pain, because he keeps always jumping back to the first one. So, try not to wipe my own saves out. Where are we? You want to go over there, so we'll have a look up here. Yeah, this is the wrong way, so it's where the loop will be. And little things by having the map always there. I know it dumbs it down a little bit, but it makes this all a bit more relaxing. Ah, a new accessory. I always do that. No, equipment is what I want. So we've got Pearl for HP up, so perhaps I'll use that on her. I mean, don't really have issue with accuracy in the game. Don't miss that often. Okay, we have 10 enemies in there now. Once again, a janky camera pan joystick adjustment. As long as you just let go of the joystick every time the camera pans, you're fine. It's like it's going to pan that ear. Now this one's locked, but I'm going to unlock it with one of my keys, because it contains a magic belt, which, if I remember rightly, is useful for her. Yeah, MP up. I think there was something shiny down here. Well, I'm going to use this to get rid of this fight now, before it gets too much. So we've got 19 enemies, but because of the way it works, he hasn't put all 19 on here just yet. I want that warbling though. There we go, got him. should have probably healed up before this. No, well, it doesn't matter. That's in an awkward position. Yeah, so it'll keep spawning enemies in until I deal with them. Okay, so we've got attack boost, which helps. So we've got 14 left to spawn in. Well, 14 left in total, including the ones on the screen. But the way it's positioned them has made this slash a bit difficult. If they group them like that, you can give them a good kicking. And if they line up like that, you can do the same thing. Yeah, I can get them all. Should really go for that warbling again. It's not attacking, I suppose. So there should be 2 keys. I don't think they give high amounts of EXP, I think they just give keys. Can't say I really paid much attention last time. Oh, I'll take the second turn though. Can I get both? Yeah. Yeah, you had to get your poisoning, didn't you? Yeah, we'll survive this. Oh, that's a new one. What's that? Oh, okay. It heals. Okay, I'm not that. That's a bit of a waste. For those that are wondering about the YouTube channel in general, I won't be doing a video this week because that's why I'm doing this. A bit short on time, but I've got a morning to do a bit of streaming, so this is this week's video. I was planning on doing something with the Ono mini PCs. But that's kind of fallen through the cracks. It's been a busy few weeks. That's the reason why I've been doing a bit of mechanic run videos. Because while they take about, I think they take about an hour and a half each to do, I can sit down in the morning and get a handful of those out. So I don't really want the channel sitting there idle, because I don't have enough views or subs yet to have large gaps between videos. YouTube seems to really penalise you for not posting often. I mean, I had a bit of a gap at the start of March, and my views went from nearly 1,000 a day down to about 400, just because I hadn't posted for about a week and a half. And it's taken me another month to pretty much get it back up to, well, I'm not even back up to that point yet. I'm about to have 500, I think. So once you get a viral hit of some nonsense, you have to really put the effort in. And this is the bit about the smell I was talking about. Not that I mind putting the effort in, because it is something I want to try and grow. I have a lot of retro kit lying around which I like to play with. I know the channel's been a lot of more modern stuff at the moment. Yeah, I think the oldest thing I put was a quad-core 775 on, which That's not very retro, is it? The Livorno video I'm doing will be based on DOS games and older games and stuff, because that APU is very weak. It's only 5 watts, but it's very weak. Anyway, enough about that. This is more character development for Kina. Teaching Leo how to smell. Which, sure, whatever. So I don't know if she's going to be a love interest. I hope she's not. I know that was a thing that happened in a lot of later Sakaguchi games. I mean, almost all of them, really. There's a wedding at the end of Lost Odyssey. There's a wedding at the end of Last Story. From Final Fantasy 8 onwards, pretty much, yeah, all of them. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, all of them. Blue Dragon didn't. I don't think. Not one I can remember anyway. Lost Odyssey did. Last Story did. Obviously Terra Battle didn't. Because the NPCs were more generic. Sorry, the PCs were more generic. So I hope this one bucks the trend, though as it's going right now, I wouldn't say so. The one advantage about this being an Apple Arcade, I haven't been bombarded with videos and news stories of how it ends. Which is a common thing, isn't it? How often have you seen people streaming or playing a game or news stories, and then you notice the game pops back in the news and you're like, oh, why is it back in the news again? And you find out, oh, it's actually been released now. And you get the feeling that, wait, didn't that come out months ago? Yeah, streaming too early just can ruin a game, especially a story-based game. You lose the exploration. You lose the fun of discovering yourself. Bioshock Infinity is a good one. The ending of that. So many news outlets ruined the ending of that game. Luckily I finished it before I read any of it. Because that was very good. I mean, I get it though. I mean, if you can get the information out there and get it on your channel before anyone else, you're gonna get the views. Yeah, I remember this one going for quite a while. It's kind of sad, really, though, when you think about it. It's just get all these badly made YouTube videos released 1 hour after an announcement or something. Has 1 million views, you're like, there's no content there. And you have people put in effort. Have very slow growing YouTube channels. Which isn't bad, you know. The good channels are the ones that grow slow. Did I just clip through that bench? Oh, whatever. Yeah, the 3D scans are not perfect. I don't know what kind of resolution camera they use, but clearly not scanned at that high resolution. I don't know what state the current dioramas are in, so I don't know if it's possible to rescan them. I mean, obviously some of them like this one probably still exist in its current form. Look at that. I was pressing left and it took me down just because of that camera pan. I even tried to like readjust, but nothing I could do. I think I want to go, yeah, I want to go left. Where was the staff? I can't remember. I'm sure there was a box around here with staff in. See, that works better because I should be able to see through it, but I can't. But that doesn't feel as janky as the other one where I could partly see myself through it. Oh, is it this one? Over there, Leo. There we go. That's quite an upgrade as well. Yes, I could have bought a weapon from the shop, but I didn't. I should probably heal up. Where's my party? How do I see when they're going to level up? Oh, she's going to level up very soon. Okay, well let's do the... Let's do that. Which will give me enough EXP to... How many? Ah, I want the Orbling. Don't think I can kill to get both of them. Nope. He's gonna run away. Oh no, he didn't. He healed. Oh my goodness. How many Orblings? Let's take that one out. Funny, when I first played this, I could barely get any keys. So I was being very selective on opening the chests. But this time around... What's that, a 6 now? I think I had 2 last time I played this. Ah, such an annoying angle. Though I don't like how they've done the enemies in a way, because I can't quite tell which one's which. Yeah, sure, I had a feeling that's the case. Okay, she's struggling with her HP a smidge, but oh, she needs that MP as well. That's not good. All the Orblings are gone. So... I suppose metal Orblings are what gave you the XP before. These are just normal Orblings. Yeesh. Well, I'm low on MP, so... Nuts. Let's heal her up. Phoenix Feather / Phoenix Downs cost a bit, so don't want to be wasting them. This is the last 6? That's the last 6. Well, attack up. Can I... Doesn't get those 2. I'll just hit that one. Get rid of the poison one. Last two aren't much of a threat. I wish it wouldn't do that memory effect though. I know it's a very Final Fantasy-esque thing, but hey, we learned cure. Get rid of poison now. 3 iron keys? I think I played for like 5 hours, didn't have that many last time. Important thing is she healed. Oops. She healed up. So that means I can do the following very quick. That tree makes magical money. It's a tree that grows money. Money grows on trees, don't you know? I mean, take some. I mean, come on. This is a good enemy though, this is stupid. So JRPG. Well, I don't want to hit the tree, I want to hit his... In fact, I want to scan him. So I can check his HP during the fight. Okay. So dumb. Well, good for you, Mini Tree, good for you. You're taking your coins though. It says that, but it doesn't seem to make any difference how many of these. Okay, last time I did that, he only took bronze through it, maybe. But okay, I suppose I'd never knock the money off quick enough, which was probably a mistake. What am I doing? Attack. Yeah, bronze fruit, yeah. That's the one I had to deal with last time. So weird, you play a thing a second time and you get a slightly different experience. See, I never poisoned him last time either. Didn't even contemplate that it was possible because of being a boss and all. So what we need to do, we need to get rid of the fruit as soon as it spawns. Before it chucks it at me. Though I will heat up Leo. There we go, we've got fruit is back. So as long as we get rid of it before, yeah, before he attacks, he won't chuck it at me. I mean, in all fairness, that one hurts enough as it is. I mean, this is the attack you gotta watch out for. More so than the money. I wonder if I can interrupt it. Nah. Because you get defense down and everything else, it's just... That's the big hit. I'm gonna let him chuck the money at me again, because I can't remember how much damage they did to. Yeah, whatever, let's take it away. Okay. See, it's nearly dead. So we'll poison it again. Now. No, don't want to flee from battle. Yes, it doesn't really matter how many of those gold fruits you take out. Being a story battle, you just have a pile of money on the floor at the end. It doesn't affect the reward goal from what I can tell. So you get about 900 regardless. I hope so, if that's real gold. Yeah, you bought a bigger bag. Oh, yeah, convenient. We didn't actually kill the tree. We pruned it. Sure. Oh look, there's a path we didn't see before because the game didn't let us see it. Oh no, it's the felt balls of doom. You can just hear that weird hissing scream in the background when you near these things. Might not be coming up on the stream, but... yeah, now you remember the healing. He's only been doing it like in every combat. I mean, she should have learned heal at that point, I suppose. The same person who gave... yeah, gave Owen his powers, yeah. Hence why I think he's not the last boss. It's almost too on the nose, isn't it? It is a JRPG. On the nose is what it does. Back to the low frame rate. One thing though, you can't save on the world map, which is frustrating. Yes, Wolfie's going there. I mean, I do have... nah, I'm about to say I could run this on the Hackintosh to get rid of that chunky frame right there, but... I think for the sake of completeness, this should be run on at least a real Mac. Not to mention, I don't know what kind of bugs would happen. Though I have run this on a Hackintosh, but only the opening of the game, so... should probably go get the stuff around the back of the tavern. Sorry, the inn, I keep calling it the tavern. Yeah, it's where it gets a bit janky. Here we go, look at that. Because they're using some kind of AI generated or some kind of generated nonsense going on here. And it doesn't quite work as you might intend. Not really. Can't go upstairs because I haven't paid. And because of the way the camera moves, like in there, it was all over the place. That's the weapon shop. How do you get on the back now? I can't remember. Was it up here? No, it wasn't. I can't remember how to get on the back now. Is it as simple as just literally walking around the back? Nope. Yes, let's have a big laugh. Because look at that stupid sword on the wall. Yeah, it's well didn't buy anything because I'm quite happy to find armour on the floor. Because nothing's proving that much of a challenge yet. So why waste the gold? Ooh, I didn't find this last time. Oh, look, another cat. Oh. Was I supposed to walk? Oh, someone likes their energy drinks. Also, the loading times in places can be really slow. Ooh. Let's try it again. Let's walk around the table this time. Yeah, there's no way to walk slower. Oh. Maybe I need like a fish or something. Well, whatever, it's not important. You know what, let's try one more time, but let's go fast. Nah. Yeah, whatever. Quick that another time. How was it up here? Let's have a look. Yeah, you can't leave town via that exit. Now I should be able to open these chests now, but hang on. No, I haven't got any type of key. I need a special type of key for that one. So if I go up here, there we go. Walk around here, walk around here. How do I get into that garden? Can't remember. Oh well. I did it before because you can get around the back of the tavern and then you go into the tavern itself. So I keep calling it tavern, the inn. And there's a chest behind the desk. And I can't... Is it for the item shop? No. Don't look at the items in here. Look at that. Yeah, everything's quite expensive at the moment. I just noticed my bit rate's gone a bit crazy. It's not matter. I'm sure it will stabilise in a minute. I'm going to try and push around again. No. I don't remember doing anything. I just remember just going around the back. I can't remember how I did it. It's kind of weird actually. Was it this door here? Oh, as simple as that, was it? Yeah, I knew it was worth it. Let me just borrow that. Oh no, you kicked me out. I was going to say, and in here, it really highlights the problem with the analog stick being messed around with by the game. Okay, well, let's just quickly save. Let's pop into Owen, because that is the next thing we need to do, and it was up here. Look at it, I got my random battle Pokeball, which will make this a little easier, though I don't particularly want to be fighting a lot of those big rock guys at one time, but should be fine, I think. Alright, yeah, go away chickens. Let's go over here. Aha! Obviously I can't open that chest. Read my fortune, you old codger. The thing is, we're not really invested in that money, so it's probably not going to work, is it? There we go. What? This is important. He has no connection to it. He can't remember what it's for. Yeah, it's just the opening cutscene. Oh, that's gone very anime very quick, hasn't it? We need to get invested. No, no, it's a power glove. It's only funny that people like experiments and collect things. They always seem to have kids that get traumatized. no, the mouse gets annoyed. Oh no, you stretched the diorama. That's the Final Fantasy Crystal theme, but out of tune. On a different note. Oh no, it's Vam. But that escalated quickly. Oh no, not Final Fantasy 15 swords. No, don't do that. Can I kill it? It's a little bit. No. I need to do a scan though, don't I? That's a bit. No, I can't get all of them. Okay, they got 1500 health. Okay. Yeah, they ain't going down. Oh, he has an elixir though. But I know my pointless boss fights. I know that. Oh no! Okay, it's the first time it's ever failed to steal. Oh no, we're in trouble. Let's heal myself up because that seems important. Aha! Got it before you killed me. But she's a magic user, you can't do that. Oh no, it's another person. See, he's too... Oh, too bossy to be the final boss? I'm getting this multi-layered-esque feeling about it. I mean, he could be the final boss, but... I feel as though he'll be the final boss of this chapter, of this part of the game. And then the second half will be something else, but I don't know. Probably someone that's played this game already is going to watch this and think, yeah, you stupid idiot. You sold me out, old man. Yeah. But I didn't get all my memory back. Oh, so you found as a baby. Okay. I thought you found as a child, but a baby. Ah, okay. That explains the two world maps. How rude. Oh no, he's dying because of reasons. Okay, so the warp device takes us between worlds, I guess, then. Okay, so we're definitely getting Terror Battle-esque vibes now. Gina, come back! We need to do the cutscene. This is a complete role reversal, isn't it? Nah, looks like we're stuck with the amnesia plot just for a little longer. That's a shame. Let's go ask Sid, you know, Sid. Gotta have a Sid. Let's go back down here. Chicken. Aha! Pokeball, do your job. I don't want that one to build up too much though, because the enemies around here are a bit of a pain. Surprised I got no more side. Oh, there's one down there. Missed that one completely. Let's go grab that side quest. Was it you? Yes, it's you. He works at the harbour. I'm guessing the harbour is down to the right. Sure. Sid, I need direction. I need guidance. I need a rice omelette. This person's still here. It's the only bar in town. Yes. How have you never really been in here? Yes, no, that's a creepy compliment. To the main toy box. Ah, because the little toy box and then the main toy box. Sure. Aha. Off to the SSN then. She doesn't like water, watch. Oh! Okay. Didn't see that coming. But they're from a dock. Sure they're gonna smell the fish. Oh, good lord. She has amazing smell, they see. So that was dumb. That was dumb. That was dumb. Towards the water normally. Okay. Yeah. Oh look, we've got confetti. And that boat isn't like an actual diorama, but that's clearly real-time rendered. That's a shame. Or maybe it is. I can see something behind. Oh, it's Team Rocket 2. Or this might look like it might be the last bit of combat, because I'm going to have to end this stream in a little bit. Prior engagements and all that. I think I'll do a slash actually, can't I? What we got? Let's do a potion. Yeah, I'm not too bothered with potions. But as you can see, the back line is coming into effect here now, where I now have a front line. We're not exactly positioned in a way to protect ourselves, but aha, poisoned. Take that. Should have probably taken the other one, but whatever. He'll finish that one off. Or not. There we go. Generic Bandit 1, 2 and 3 down. Oh, isn't he cute? Well, but he likes you. Why has everyone got such a good sense of smell in this game? It's weird. There's no way you could smell that, right? Yeah, keep clapping, people. Keep clapping. Ooh, shinies. I like shinies. Ugh. Janky, innit? Oh. What are you doing? How did you know that? I thought it'd be bigger. You can see the aliasing really bad on that though. It's a shame. Hopefully it comes out for something else. Let's get this open. Yeah, I got loads of them. Oh, okay. No, let's not do that. Didn't open this one last time. There. Evasion. Does that ever do anything? Nah. Something you do for stack those up for boss fights and stuff, I suppose. Let's have a base way. Do we go back to town? Analog stick, stop being an ass. I suppose we do. Can I go down that? I'm not going to say no to a bit of gold. Okay, sure, we can't go down there. At least not directly, anyway. Whatever. Let's go to the boat. Need to find a safe. I mean, I'm pressing down to move right here. Actually, I'm pressing back now. This is dumb. I was literally pressing left to go right then. Now, for goodness sake. See, running back the other way, I held left all the way. Okay, now I'm holding down. Now, okay, now I'm holding right to go left again. Oh god. Come on this way. Not having played this on the mobile, I don't quite know how well it handles that. For all I know, it has the same problem. Sure. You're welcome. Let's go get on the boat. Now we'll be uploading this video after this stream to YouTube with no commentary. Not that I'm probably much interest to anyone, but I always find it annoying me trying to find a bit of footage of a game. You have someone like me talking over it. So hopefully, if I've set everything up correctly, I have the audio of the game recorded louder on a separate track. Yeah. Well, if you notice it was fake, you just won't let you on, it's fine. Just with confidence. Yeah, sure. They're great. They're the best. Oh, and less bags to worry about. Very true. But it is a cruise after all. You might be here for a few weeks. You might want to change your into it. Oh my god. Okay, that's the worst frame rate I've seen so far. So, if you want to run this on a Mac Mini, just watch out for bits like that, because that was terrible. But overall, it does work reasonably well. Must admit I hadn't noticed that last time. You see, we've got really low frame rate here too. But still, it runs. I'm not seeing any footage from an iPhone, so I don't know how well it actually runs on the iPhone, but I suppose it's going to be lower resolution, isn't it? This is 1080p. Well, off on the sand flare. There's very little people on this boat. Wow, that is really bad frame rate. Okay, so for next week when I play this again, I might try it on a different machine with a bigger graphics card. I've got an RX 480 lying around. That's compatible with Macs. We'll see if I can borrow a beefier machine. This is the Haswell iMac. Don't know if a Skylake one would run better. I suppose it would. Maybe that's not particularly smooth. I mean, yeah, it's fine. But as you've seen during combat and generally running around, there's no more issues. That's the worst I've seen it so far. But that looks more like bad optimization than anything else. See, now we're back to Diorama. So the ship was obviously modelled. Odd they used a real-time rendered thing. Oh my, okay, I'm getting bad frame rate here now. Yeah, sure. Let's try and get in. It's obviously the sand that's causing the issues. Probably a draw distance thing. Yeah, because all this is essentially pre-rendered with very low poly models. So I can walk behind that and you can see the low poly model, it's not straight. So this runs fine. But out there was a lot of lighting and stuff going on. What are you doing? Ooh, how fancy. She's a princess. She's either a party member or a pain. Oh, she could be both, I suppose. Oh no, she's like a kid in a candy store. So obviously the boat was modelled. Don't know why. I still don't understand why the outside wasn't. Of course, weapon shop in the lobby. It's important to have a weapon shop in the lobby. Oh goodness, it's doing the thing again. What's hiding in the plants? 500 gold? Oh. What silly nonsense is this? Okay, well, what's in the weapon shop? Because I could probably do with a new weapon at this point. Great souvenirs, yeah, sure. Nah, not too bothered about that. I should probably get this. Oh, you get a feeling that, you know, should have bought that earlier. It's probably going to drop one. I'm going to call the game's bluff and... Oh! Did that just... No, that was just loading. I mean, no. Yeah, okay, so if you want to run this on onboard graphics, it will run most of the time. But when there's a lot, yeah, because it's the lighting and the sand behind that's really making this chug a bit. I'm concerned by that love sign behind. No, she doesn't even know what a piano is. Well, yeah, if she's never seen one before, not like she can play, is it? Oh, he's really learned something about himself. And do you think Nobuo played that himself? Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely going to have to put a graphics card in another machine. That's the question, how do you transfer saves between one Mac to another? Is it cloud saved? I don't know. Oh, it's an infirmary. Oh, good. That's good. That's good. I was concerned. I was very concerned about that. Where's my legs gone? My legs! Oh, dear. Oh, no. Frame rate. Frame rate. Frame rate. I'm not so worried, though, because I borrowed this Mac and I've been able to play this game, so a low frame rate I'm quite happy with. You know what? I'm gonna fight the thing by myself. No, I'm not. I'm gonna fight the things in the dungeon. Oh, good. I was kind of worried the fact it would be a bunch of... Ah, crap, I missed one. The big things. It appears that I have dropped lucky. That's really annoying. The fact I can't get more than one. That's what Holy's for, I suppose. I knew there'd be one in here somewhere. Oh, good grief to him. Come on, big boy. Okay, they're not too bad now. I've leveled up a bit. I don't want that. Get that. Though I could imagine if I had a whole battle with just them, I suspect that would have hurt. Well, there we go. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it today. Like I said, private game engagements and all that. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me play Fantasian. I will be playing it again this time next week, around at the same time, around about 3 hours again, because pretty much all I've got. I might do it the weekend, depending on what happens. But I'm going to play for this whole game and stream it to Twitch and YouTube, just as a... I mean, I haven't got time to do additional videos at the moment, but I wanted to play this game, so I had a choice of either playing this game and enjoying myself, or doing more YouTube videos. Well, let's do both at the same time. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and until next week, or weekend, I hope you all have a good time, And that's it for now. If you liked it, please follow me on Twitch or subscribe onto my YouTube channel. More videos coming, mixture of things, let it play video, mechanic play videos, hardware reviews, retro stuff, and hopefully now if you let's play videos, because there's a few games I want to play, JRPGs, a few of those, and a few other games that I don't have time to do. But if I make it part of the channel, I should be able to make time for it. So until next time, thank you for watching, and goodbye.